back to STL TV Live. I'm Ivy Hartman. You never know who's going to stop by the studio. And joining me now is Joe Gfaller, the Director of Marketing and Public Relations for the Opera Theater of St. Louis. If you don't know what Opera Theater of St. Louis is or what they do, Joe's here to tell us more about it.
Well, thank you, Ivy.
You're welcome.
Opera Theater has been in existence for almost 40 years now here in the St. Louis area. And one of our main goals is to really ensure that opera is accessible to all audiences by presenting the highest production caliber possible of singers, of musicians, of stage values, but making sure that we're doing things that break down the barriers and the walls that people might have in thinking opera isn't for them.
Absolutely. And let's start out. I know that you're talking about this could be very accessible in terms of a first-time opera goer. I think that I've never been to the opera. I could be a little apprehensive about that. Oh, good, yes.
Well, the wonderful thing about opera theater is that everything we do, we perform in English. So you don't have to speak Italian or French or German to know what's happening on stage. And we create a really wonderful, warm environment when you come to the opera so that in addition to the actual performance happening on stage, we have gardens that are set up for picnicking for 2 hours prior. So people can order ahead picnics, they can bring their own, and they get a chance to sort of meet and mingle with other audience members. And we have such wonderful patrons that have been with us for years that they kind of take new audience members under their wing and kind of give them advice and guidance, give them wine half the time.
I love it.
So we do that before, and then afterwards, all the singers come out and mingle with the audience. So we do cocktails under the starlight with these amazing singers that have performed at the Met and at La Scala and all over the world. And they're right here in St. Louis, and you get a chance to rub elbows with them every night. So it's a very inviting, welcoming place.
You've had some great lineups in the past seasons. How do people feel, the performers feel about performing at the Loretta Hilton here in the Webster Groves area?
They really love it for a couple of reasons. One, it's a very intimate space. So they're able to be as close to the audience as they could be, in some cases, in some small sort of, black box garage style theater, only they're performing great opera. And one of my favorite little statistics is that 94% of the seats at the Loretta Hilton are closer to the center of the stage at Opera Theater than the first row of seats are at the Met in New York to the stage. So those singers get to be so close to those audience members that all the energy the audience brings carries back forward. And then because they get to hang out with the audience every night and enjoy this great party, they really enjoy coming back year after year to work with us.
How long does a show run for, each show?
Well, our whole season is 6 weeks long. It's from the middle of May, May 19th through June the 25th. And over those 6 weeks, we run 4 operas in repertory. So that means any given night, a different opera might be playing. So this season, we're doing Carmen, Sweeney Todd, Mozart's Così fan tutte, and the American premiere of the new Alice in Wonderland opera. And you can come to Opera Theater on a weekend, say, if you want to, if you come from out of town. And in 3 days, you can see all 4 operas because the performances change out every night.
Wow.
Yes.
And would you say, like Alice in Wonderland, for example, would appeal to audiences of all ages, or what are we looking for?
Absolutely. We're saying for Alice in Wonderland, because the story is just so well known and loved, that probably around ages 9 and 10 and up would work. Any younger than that, we just assume their attention span might not all the way be there, but everyone knows their own kids well enough to know whether they think they can enjoy a one-act opera, sit still and have fun with something that's big, fun, vibrant, and colorful.
It's absolutely very exciting. All right, season kicks off in May. Guess what? There are still season tickets available. If you'd like to get your hands on those, you can do that. But also, starting later this month, February 25th is when the individual tickets start, right?
That's right.
Okay. So if you want more information about Opera Theater of St. Louis, you can contact them. Look for them online at experienceopera.org. And there you can see the season runs May 19th through June 24th, and all those performances are at the Loretta Hilton Center in Webster Groves. We've got more information coming up, including some great ways that you can get together and network and get to know more about Opera Theater of St. Louis, and when we return with Joe, so don't go anywhere. And remember, you can keep up with STL TV because we like to keep you in the know of all the great events going on around St. Louis. The best way to stay in the know is to friend us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can always watch us streaming live on STLTV.net anywhere in the world.
Fantastic.
That World Wide Web is just wonderful. Hey, we'll be back with more right after this.